What is going on, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. And welcome, guys, to the weekly headliner update, week number 56. Now, if you're new to the weekly headliner, this is where we discuss what is upcoming this week in Marvel Strike Force, and then we recap the important topics from the previous week as well. Now, a little bit lighter on some topics this week for the headliner, but we still got some pretty important topics to talk about here. We do have a legendary character that's returning this week that is not Omega Red. What is going on there? What is Omega Red going to be coming back to Marvel Strike Force? We'll discuss that here in this video. We also got some T5 ability rumors again that rolled around. Valley talked about it in the video here. We'll talk about some information that was shed there and where I think that the most impact, or where I think T5 abilities will have the most impact in Marvel Strike Force if they are to come. We also did get a portrait last week from Scopely, from Boundless, in regards to some silhouette and some characters that could be coming to the game. We know that one of those characters is going to be Echo for the Young Avengers team, but who are those other characters, and how do we feel about Young Avengers being another war defense team in Marvel Strike Force? We got that, guys, and so many things, so much more to talk about on the weekly headliner update, and we're going to start right now. All right, y'all, welcome back. And of course, if it's your first time coming to the channel here and you would like to see some more Marvel Strike Force content, then consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so that you will know when my videos do go live. And then down below in the description, there's a few links. One where you can join my Discord, become a part of the GoofTube community. There's also another link to my Twitch page where I do stream Marvel Strike Force content on a weekly basis. There's also my Twitter link, my Facebook link, which is where I do post updates throughout the week. There's a link to my Patreon, which is another way for you to support the channel here. And then, of course, Amazon coins. That link is down below as well. That is how I'm able to save. I'm sponsored by Amazon coins, but that's also how I am able to save up to 20% off my Marvel Strike Force in-game purchases every single month. So take a look at that link down below. It will give you some instructions in regards to how you can go ahead and take advantage of Amazon coins. And of course, also clicking on that link whenever you are purchasing your Amazon coins or you're re-upping your Amazon coins, that link does support this channel as well. And that link is usually good for 24 hours after you do click on it. But let's dive into the first topic for this week, guys, which is, let's talk about a legendary that is going to be returning here. And it is going to be the legendary Black Bolt. Now, not a very well sought after character anymore in the game. I think he's kind of fallen off. I know there's a lot of players who are still using him in some end game stuff. Not a lot though. He kind of just sits on war defense for me. There's really no other place for me to use him right now. Yes, he's 7-7, but to a certain extent, he's kind of slow. You really kind of only have him there for the burps, which can definitely be helpful, but that's the reason why I have him on war defense, but not necessarily a war offensive juggernaut as he used to be in the past here. They do have a calendar for him right now where you can get the characters that are in the campaign farms. So no, you can get all the characters, 5 shards for each of those characters. They do have the double drops where you can get boosted shards here for the characters that are in those campaign nodes, which makes me think, man, Hela is a character that you need to unlock Black Bolt. She's in Villains Chapter 7-6. I really think that they should make an adjustment here and move her down a little bit further or into an easier node where players can actually get Hela. I mean, and then also take Sif out of the war store, man. Why is Sif still in that war store right now? Take her out, make it easier for players to be able to get some other characters that are in that war store that are so impactful and important. But while Omega Red is a good decent character now, not one of the top legendary characters, who is a top legendary character is Omega Red. And I just keep on asking myself, where is Omega Red? When is this man going to come back into Marvel Strike Force? When is this next legendary event? And the first one that we've had, the only one that we've had, was back on November 1st, which was 84 days ago, right? So not quite the 90-day mark yet, but it feels like it's been such a long time since we've gotten Omega Red back into this game. And the whole idea, my understanding was, right, when they started shifting over these older legendary characters to showing up on a quicker cycle and putting some of these older legendary characters as permanent legendaries, is so that characters like Omega Red would show up quicker, and it's just not been the case. Adam Warlock was kind of the exception. He actually showed up a little bit faster, but Jubilee and Omega Red, the last 2 legendary characters that were new, that have not showed up back around as quickly as we would have desired. So I don't know. I'm assuming that at least the next time that we do get a legendary character event, it's most likely going to be Omega Red. I would hope that would be the case, because I know a lot of players have been waiting on him for quite some time. But I guess to a certain extent too, there is a player base that probably wasn't ready for Omega Red to come back around a second time. So maybe you do get some extra time to get some extra shards on him, to get some extra shots with his characters, or maybe this time, even though you missed it the first time, be able to get a 6-star legendary character, 6-star Omega Red. So we'll see what happens here, but hopefully he comes around soon. But speaking on legendaries here, we did get a rumor video. We had one from Valley Flying here that talked about the T5 ability updates here, and that was a rumor or data mine that was talked about quite a while ago. Mobile talked about this with a video with Anand about T5 ability materials potentially coming to the game. There still is no time frame here, and even with the video with Valley, there still is no time frame. But Drew the rumor guy mentioned that they thought about, the original thoughts here was that they were going to bring out T5 ability materials, and the first character that was going to get it was going to be Magneto, after being reworked to be a part of a different team, which overall I guess is fine. And I think that that's actually the direction that they should go in when it comes to T5 ability materials. I would like to see them put T5 abilities on legendary characters, right? Because I mean, some of these legendary characters aren't quite legendary anymore. I mean, in fairness, legendary characters are usually kit based, right? They're not necessarily the best stats in the game per se, but they're usually, when they get released, they are typically very good kit based characters. Now, Omega Red does do some damage, and that is important, but really largely when you look at his kit, it's a multifaceted kit. Same thing with Jubilee, multifaceted kit. Doc Ock, multifaceted kit. Adam Warlock, multifaceted kit. So a lot of these legendary characters typically don't tend to blow you away, but they have really solid kits that allow them to be largely plug and play characters on any sort of different team, some more so than others, right? But there's some of these other legendary characters that, while they are they do have strong kits, their stats just aren't where they should be. Like Shuri, great kit, but stats aren't where they should be. Star-Lord actually has a really dope kit. Like, he does have a really dope kit, but not as the power creep, right? The stats aren't there anymore. So we'd like to see characters like this potentially get maybe some T5 abilities that would then boost their stats, and that would allow them to have more health, more damage, more sustainability, right? So that they can actually survive some of these matchups and put them back in put them back in sort of the upper echelon of being characters that are sought after, legendary characters, because you have to build up other characters to know to be able to get them. I think that they should still all remain relevant in this game. That would be one nice thing I would like to see them do. Or even if it's not T5 ability materials, just rework their stats in general would be something that I would like to see them make some changes on. Because like I said, when we look at all these characters, their kits are still relevant, but some of their stats just have fallen apart. Even Ebony Maw, relevant kit, but its stats are dropping off. He doesn't survive as much as some of the other characters do, so therefore we don't seek after him as much anymore. But diverted from that, let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to legendaries, and if that's one of the ways that you would like to see them rework them here. The next topic I want to talk about here was we got some information on a new Young Avenger character, the Young Avengers team in general, that's going to be coming to Marvel Strike Force. Well, we already have 3 characters for the Young Avengers that are already in Marvel Strike Force: America Chavez, Miss Marvel, and Squirrel Girl. Now, those characters are going to be receiving some updated stats and abilities in the next patch here that's going to be rolling around, I don't know, sometime probably next month or so. And then we're going to be getting a new character, Echo, and then one other character that's going to be announced at a later date here. So we got the kit for Echo. Not going to go through the entire kit here, but it's a pretty strong kit. Surprise, surprise, brawler character, right? So keep farming your brawler ISOs if you're not doing so already. Keep farming them brawler ISOs, you hear me? But that's going to be happening in the next patch here. Strong kit, but my biggest disappointment, man, is the fact that they're a war defense team, homie. Oh my God. Why do we have another war defense team? I can't stand it. And y'all know how I feel about Young Avengers. Like, I love Young Avengers. One of my favorite comics ever. I love them. I have a G14 Squirrel Girl and Miss Marvel for no reason. They shouldn't be there. But I guess this rework will make it justified. But still, man, it feels bad. It feels bad that these characters are going to be war defense characters. And that kind of feels bad. Now, I do think that her kit largely is still very useful outside of war from what I can see right now. Her passive is still going to retaliate. whenever an enemy attacks Young Avengers. Like, it's still like a lot of the stuff is still going to be relevant in just outside of war. The only thing is her special here on war defense. This targets the most injured enemy, ignoring taunts. So that's really kind of the only call out to war defense specifically there. But we don't know what the other kits are going to look like. There's some comparisons right now made where Young Avengers might be like Heroes for Hire. I don't know. I wouldn't be excited about that. Kind of. I still like my Young Avengers, but I wouldn't be as excited about that because they're on war defense and I don't get to see them as much. So I'm hoping that their kits are still going to be largely able to be used outside of war defense because I love my team. But with that being said, Echo, cool character. However, I would have liked to see some other characters. Excuse me, my voice got a little high pitched there. I would like to see some other characters like Elijah Bradley, man. Oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier. When they introduced, we didn't actually officially say his name, but you saw Elijah Bradley in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, and I was like, all right, man, maybe we might be getting him to Marvel Strike Force, or maybe we might be seeing him in the future and probably some MCU aspect here. But Elijah Bradley, one of the original Young Avenger characters, would have liked to have seen probably a character like him come to the game. Iron Lad, Nathaniel Richards, I also thought would have been a really cool character. Hulking and Wiccan would have also been probably another character or so. Another two characters that probably could have been released and come into the game on the Young Avengers team. So Echo, I don't really resonate and touch base with the character as much, but I do understand that there are probably some players that do connect with Echo. So I understand that completely. For me personally, emotionally, I would have liked Elijah. I would have liked Iron Lad. I would have liked Hulking and Wiccan. I thought those would have been better characters to bring in, but I guess you got to go with what's more recent now. Echo is probably more prevalent because of the MCU, so that's probably the reason why they decided to go with Echo here. But listen, that does answer one of our questions, right, in regards to who is going to be in this portrait. We know now that this character is going to be Echo, and we're expecting that this is probably going to be Kate Bishop, which definitely will probably pan out, right, if that was the case. The other two characters still have yet to be revealed. We're thinking that this right here is going to be Morbius, and that this right here is going to be Brother Voodoo. So it looks like there's gonna be some supernatural activity going on here with this character. Now, some are still saying that this could potentially be Monica Rambeau. I don't know about the background though. The background is red. I don't know if Monica Rambeau would fit that quite well. The stature also looks a little bit more manly. I would say more muscular. More of a male portrait is what I'm seeing. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's my thoughts. It probably is Brother Voodoo. Probably this is most likely going to be Morbius as well. So we'll see sort of what happens where that is concerned. But we did get some other information here in regards to some Greek raid updates, Greek raid war updates that are going to be happening. So we saw some data mines, and we thought initially that this was actually going to be a new entire raid, right? I think Tana mentioned some stuff about it. Valley mentioned some stuff here in this video as well about potentially new raids coming to the game. But actually, and they also talked about new orbs too, but we actually found out that this Greek raid update is actually just specifically just Greek raid orbs. So I think that these changes are kind of favorable changes in my opinion. I mean, the alpha raid orbs, the beta raid orbs, the gamma orbs, they're really outdated content that's in those updated shards that are in those orbs. Not really that great. So I actually do like that they are making some changes here. Alpha raid orbs are going to have city controller, city support. The highlighted characters are going to be in those orbs. These are going to be new orbs, by the way. They mentioned new orbs that are going to be coming into the game. So open up your old orbs. They mentioned that those old orbs are going to be going away on March 7th. All those orbs are going to be going away. So start opening up those orbs now, and the new orbs should start popping into the store. The first one is going to be Alpha Rage. It's going to be January 24th. So yeah, city controller, city support characters. So the highlights there are Cloak and Dagger, right? There's Misty Knight. That's also a city controller as well. Squirrel Girl is actually a city support character. Go figure. Forgot about that, right? And then you have some other noted characters there. There's Ghost Spider, but I don't know. I feel like it's hard to think that there would be throwing Ghost Spider into the Alpha Raid orb this early. I just feel like she's probably going to be one of those characters that is going to be left out of this list here. For the beta orbs, Hero Mutant automatically, I think X-Men. Magic is also a Hero Mutant character, but hard to believe that they're going to throw her in that orb so early. maybe in the future, but I don't know if they're going to do it right out of the gate here. And in the Gamma Orbs, Villain Bio and Villain Mystic, I'm going to be honest with you, man, that's kind of the biggest buzzkill out of all of these. I don't think that there's really any Villain Bio that I think where I'm like, yeah, we got them in an orb. No, there's really no one here. Maybe Ravager Bruiser, who I still have at level 1. Maybe that's the only one we care about. There are some. In fairness, right? There is a Anti-Venom AV is in the city support. It will be in the city support orb too. So if you care about some shards here for some of the symbiotes, you still can't. There's no reliable way of really getting SSM yet, but if you still care about some of these other characters, that could be helpful. In Villain Bio, I didn't realize that Winter Soldier was Villain Bio. And then who's Villain Mystic? Do we know who Villain Mystic is? We should have looked at this before, right? But I remember looking at it initially and said, who cares? So Hella's actually there, so you can use it for a legendary unlock. You're not getting Dr. Doom. So yeah, so overall, I mean, it's the Gamma Orb kind of still was poop juice in my opinion, but they are making those changes there, and that I think is good, at least for Alpha and Beta Orbs. I think there was actually some pretty good changes. At least I that's what I think, right? And then after that, we are getting some other stuff going on this week as well. We do have a Blitz on Thursday for a new character. That's what the Blitz is going to be for Star-Lord T'Challa. Obviously, we got his offers not too long ago here. Some players have already built him up, and they are using him in these raids. I am not doing that as of yet. I just, there's so many other things that I need to finish up, like my Web Warriors. I still need to finish off my Web Warriors team. Once I'm done doing that, as you can see, like they're right here, I still got to get these characters higher. I got to get enough OZ formula to be able to take everybody up and not have a deficit. So I'm waiting until I get to 73 so I can bring up 2 to 14 and then bring up 1 to 20, 1 to 15. So until I get more OZ formula, I'm kind of leaving them where they're at. I'll just be putting levels on them moving forward until then. But yeah, I mean, working on so many other things right now, I honestly cannot even process investing into Star-Lord T'Challa at the moment. That's going to be some sort of at a later date here where I'll probably do some investment into him. But yeah, his Blitz is going to be on Thursday. Those numbers the last time were absolutely crazy, right? Predictions for Gwen. The last one, these were the most recent predictions, and these were actually pretty accurate. Top 1% was about $1 million off. I think the cutoff was about 53 million for top 1%, and then for top 100, yeah, it was actually 67 million, but I would probably say shoot for 68, 69 million. Actually, 69 million, I would say. We're probably going to be what you're going to need to shoot for here on that first one. But look at the predictions. Look at what the numbers were the last time that the blitzes were done. That will give you more of an accurate assessment as to where you need to get to. I know for me personally, I'm probably going to look to land within the 20 to 25%, 25 million range, because I blitzed too hard, man, the last time and didn't even get top 1%. Got 52.7 million when the first iteration of Ghost Spider's Blitz, and then still only landed in the top 2 to 3%. Felt really bad, man. So, and that's a lot of work to just get an additional 10 shards. So you moving forward, I'm probably just gonna get to like 22 million and just chill out from there and get my 45 shards and move on with my life. But yeah, those are pretty much the details for this week. They are going to be boosting the Ravagers and the Red Star Orbs starting on the 27th as well, which kind of feels bad, man, because I mean, dang, man, I'm looking to open up my Red Star Orb so that I can get some more dark promo credits, but they're going to be boosting the Ravagers because we care about the Ravagers that much that we want boosted Red Stars on them, right? Like, who asked for that? No one asked for that, guys. No one asked for it. So now we got to wait another week again before we can open up Red Star Orbs and get dark promo credits. Yay me. Joy. Happy, joy. All right, but those are my final thoughts for this week, guys. What are you guys thinking here in regards to some of the stuff that was missing? I would say Tadano Mac rewards. Ooh, wrong screen. Sorry. Let's go back to the intro screen. Tadano Mac rewards, guys. Tadano Mac rewards. We still have no idea what's going on with those as of yet. I'm waiting to see when that's actually going to be announced. The new RTA that's going to be featuring another costume again. So if you missed out on the Weapon X costume for Wolverine, then it's going to be opportunity for the next strike pass that's going to be starting on Friday. There's going to be an opportunity for you to start building towards getting the costume bits that you need for the Weapon X costume. Omega Red, like I said, where is he at? And then who else are we thinking is going to be on that portrait, guys? Looks like Kate Bishop is probably going to be next, going to part of the Young Avengers team. People are saying Brother Voodoo. Some are saying that it's gonna be Morbius there. I probably think they're right. Some of them have said it's going to be Monica Rambeau. I don't know. I think it's probably pretty safe bet. It's almost like it's going to be Brother Voodoo here to be a part of Supernatural. But those are my thoughts for this week, guys. Curious to see what you guys have to say here. And more videos coming out as we go throughout this little part of this week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share the video. Appreciate that as well. Don't forget to leave a comment. If you have some comments about some stuff, leave it in the comments. I like to interact with you guys, so please do so. But appreciate you guys watching the video. Until next time, y'all be blessed and y'all be safe. Peace. Yeah, see, that's the end screen. That's when we end the video. Like, this is the right time to throw it up there. What was I thinking before? Oof, my lord.